Hello, air travel lovers. This is Ken in New York JFK Airport's Terminal 8.
Remember AA flew me from the UK to the US 2 months ago in their flagship first over New Year's. Today, it's finally BA's turn to fly me across the Atlantic back to London. And also in their first class product. I'm very excited to see how these two airlines actually compare on this very premium and competitive route. And let's go check it out right over here. To strengthen the partnership between AA and BA moved from Terminal 7 in November 2022 to join fellow OneWorld founding member AA in Terminal 8. The two airlines share the same check-in facility here, offering their first-class passengers and OneWorld Emerald members what looks like a very upscale check-in experience.
Hello. Traveling British or American?
British Airways.
Okay, and on the view first class?
First class.
Okay, right here.
BA.
While the check-in desks for the two airlines are put under one roof, they are attended to by different sets of agents, meaning that you have to find an agent in BA uniform to check you in when flying on a British carrier. Although you will only spend around maybe 3 minutes here, this private check-in lounge is a very nice touch and kickstarts what hopefully will be a very premium flight experience. The agent checking me in was very friendly, and the entire experience hassle-free. The check-in lounge is connected to the TSA security check facility, and a staff member escorted me to the front of a rather long queue, and that was just icing on top, certainly beyond what I had expected. The AA-BA partnership operates 3 lounges here, which are named after 3 places that are found in both the US and the UK: Chelsea, Soho, and Greenwich. Chelsea has the strictest admittance requirement. It only welcomes passengers flying in AA's or BA's first class and AA concierge key members. Other OneWorld Emerald members or first class passengers are only granted access to the Soho lounge. Welcome to the Chelsea Lounge. Part of me expected to see a soccer team, but this round bar will have to do. The chandelier bathes the bar in a gorgeous cream color and highlights the shiny brass accents, creating a welcoming atmosphere in what's surely the best spot in JFK for a glass of wine or some tailor-made cocktails before a long flight. The entire lounge uses cream white as its main color and is complemented with brownish wood fixtures and highlights of light gray and black. Another one of my favorite areas in the lounge is around this cozy fireplace. Although the lounge itself is relatively compact, its strict admittance requirements ensure tremendous tranquility and privacy to its guests, my mouth agape camera filming notwithstanding. The restaurant, which offers a private a la carte dining experience, is located at the far end of the lounge.
Glass of champagne. What do you like to have?
Can I start with the prawn cocktail? And for mains, I would like the steak, please.
How you wanna cook your steak?
Medium rare.
Absolutely. Got a prawn cocktail?
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Everything in this restaurant is beautifully presented and the food was mouth-watering. The non-vintage Moet champagne though probably didn't do the rest of the experience justice. During my chat with who must be one of the nicest waitresses I've ever met, I learned that around half of the servers here used to work in BA's previous first-class lounge in Terminal 7, joining the existing AA staff. Perhaps I was influenced by my excitement of flying BA first for the first time. I did feel the ex-BA servers were just ever so slightly friendlier and easier to talk to. The portions in the 3-course meal may not look very large in the clips you are seeing, but it was actually a very filling early dinner and one that was quite delicious. With my stomach full, I headed to the shower room, perhaps the least ornate part of the lounge, for a quick and comfortable hot shower, a must-do before a long overnight flight. And finally, getting into the very inners of the lounge, there's the sleeping zone with some sleeping pods that resemble giant couches. Not much privacy can be expected though with these sheer curtains, and it's a bit difficult to fall asleep without an eye mask as the lights cannot be dimmed. But nonetheless,
it's now time for a short nap before boarding.
The on-ground experience has been very impressive and is certainly setting my expectations for the in-flight portion of the experience sky high. Pardon the pun. Speedbird Flight 182 for London Heathrow tonight is operated by a Boeing 777-300ER jet departing from Gate 16, fairly close to the lounge. British Airways boards passengers by groups, and of course One Emerald members in first class are in Group 1. By the time I arrived at the gate, boarding had already commenced.
Thank you.
Nice to have you with us. My name is Natasha. Myself and my colleague Michelle will be serving you this evening.
Nice to meet you.
And you, can I get you something to drink from the bar? Would you like some champagne?
On board the aircraft. And this does include all passengers and visitors smoke detectors.
There's some nuts for you as well.
We invite you now
Just
to
get
make
your wash
yourself
bag and the
comfortable
seats.
into the highlighted.
Excuse me, there's an amenity pack for you. And a sweet.
At this time, you would like to use additional lights.
Of course. My pleasure.
And cross-check. And cabin crew, you are now prepared for a manual safety briefing. We will now demonstrate the safety features of this aircraft, and your attention is essential, that they may differ from any aircraft that you may have flown on before.
This was my first time experiencing plane de-icing on board, and the flight was slightly delayed due to this. A salutation from British Airways First Class. Golf Sierra Tango Bravo Kilo flying me today is retrofitted with the new cabin configuration introduced in 2019, which features the new generation First Class and Club Suite Business Class. The new First Class cabin has a total of 8 seats across 2 rows of 1-to-1. That's more than a 40% reduction from the 14 seats before the retrofit, perhaps pointing to a decline in demand for First Class. But this does mean a much quieter and more private environment for those who are lucky enough to travel here on occasion. On this flight, I was seated in 2 Alpha, the port side window seat of the last row. The new generation retains the same sophisticated design as its predecessor, a very stylish and comfortable space with this cute little sconce being particularly attention-grabbing. Unlike BA's notorious club road seat, this one comes with plentiful storage space, and you even get this mini closet in which to hang your blazer or jacket. In fact, there are so many storage cubbies that I thought my goodies were playing hide and seek with me when I was getting ready to leave the aircraft in London. Inside one of these cubby holes, you can find a universal power socket and 2 USB-A charging ports, but not any USB-C ones, which is a bit disappointing given that the seat was introduced rather recently. The remote control that features a secondary display is also inside here, and I have found it easier to navigate the entertainment system using this rather than the 23-inch HD touchscreen. The IFE system is quite extensive and offers a wide variety of movies, TV shows, and games. The airline provides a pair of Meridian branded noise-cancelling headphones that has this unconventional rectangular shaped over-ear cover. The seat control panel looks futuristic, but was unintuitive in actual usage, at least to me, and later on in this video you will see me needing help from the cabin crew just to turn off my reading lights. The tray table is dirty and big, and of course it is so that you can enjoy in-flight dining with a companion seated on the ottoman across from you. And finally, to match the business class suites, the new first class seats also come with a door. Not sure if it's intentional though, but this gap in between the two sliding doors does detract from the overall look. In-flight Wi-Fi is also available on this aircraft, and the service is free for one device for first class passengers. During boarding, the flight attendant offered me a set of loungewear and an amenity kit, which are both designed by Temperley London. The amenity kit comes with Alamus branded goodies.
Thank you.
Are you going to be dining with us this evening?
Sure.
What would you like?
For starters, can I go with the steak and the prawns? And for the main course, I would probably go for the lamb.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
And now, let our taste buds experience their first Royal British dining experience with the a la carte Dine Anytime menu. As the name suggests, you can dine anytime on whatever dish you like, but I decided to follow the standard timing together with the rest of the guests and enjoy dinner right after takeoff. Overall, as you can see, the curated dining experience was professionally delivered, and the delectable dishes were presented with very fine crockery, cutlery, and glassware, fit for a king really. Together with the dimmed mood lighting, this was a culinary experience brought to entirely new heights, figuratively and literally. I hesitate to think how any upscale British restaurant can exceed this. Actually, I'm pretty sure it cannot, because here you can eat in your pajamas while watching TV. As the exceptional dining experience drew to a close, I went to the lavatory to get ready for bed, and the crew helped me set up the bed in the meantime, with bed linens that includes a microfiber mattress topper and 400 fret count bedding. The sweetness of dreams to be had in this seat may just rival those on Cathay Pacific's.
I just have no idea how to turn these.
I'll show you. No, it's not easy when you don't know. So you see that light is this one, so you yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's get to fix.
When I woke up, we were already only around 2.5 hours away from London Heathrow, and the sun had already risen outside. While I was still quite full after all the food from the Chelsea lounge and of course the dinner on board, I decided to still get some desserts as I didn't have any at dinner. I wanted to go for the ice cream, but I was surprised to hear from the crew that all the ice cream had melted. Instead, I was offered a raspberry passion fruit tart, which I enjoyed together with some popcorn and a cup of coffee. After this quick refreshment, I decided to visit the club suites behind me. Just a quick look for now, but there will be a review featuring the BA club suites in the near future. As we get further from the US and closer to Europe, our taste buds now yearn for a proper British breakfast. In-flight breakfast menus tend to be very predictable, so this time I decided to go with something slightly less conventional, the bread pudding. It tasted quite nice too. After breakfast concludes, we prepare for arrival, and it's probably a good time now to summarize the flight. Let me make it simple and use one word for that: elegance. From the exclusive first class check-in wing to being able to jump the TSA queue, it was, well, dignifying really. Then the Chelsea lounge was so private and the staff so friendly, especially those ex-BA, you really felt pampered and tended to. I had thought all this may be as close to feeling like actual royalty as I can get. But little did I know, it was but a prelude. Upon boarding, I was immediately impressed by the timeless first-class cabin design. The extensive use of contrasting black and white colors created a sense of sophistication, while the mood lighting, especially the blue light coming from the window shades, gave an almost science fiction feeling, like perhaps you were traveling in a shuttlecraft. But the winning element on board was the cabin crew. While I didn't expect them to have that casual yet genuine approach that Cathay Pacific is known for in her premium cabins anyway, the hospitality provided by the flight attendant who served me much of the time was, how should I say, full of British colors. Exceptional, wonderful, professional. Definitely I had a sense of being King Charles in the air as I enjoyed the culinary experience. Yes, without a chauffeur service on the ground or a caviar service in the air, BA First is perhaps not the industry leader in a technical merit kind of sense, but the sheer elegance. The 3 hours on the ground and the 7 hours crossing the Atlantic was thoroughly enjoyable and truly remarkable. I really hope to be back soon.
A very warm welcome to London's Heathrow Terminal 5. This is the home of British Airways. So finally, on behalf of all the crew on board the aircraft and British Airways, we'd like to thank you for choosing to fly with us today. It's certainly been our pleasure to be of service to you. But we do hope that whenever your future folks do call for air travel, you will once again consider using our services here at British Airways. Thank you and have a very enjoyable day.
Oh, and yes, in case it still isn't obvious, British Airways First easily trumps American's flagship First on this route. Thank you for relishing the air travel experience with me today. May I invite you to join me in savoring our next journey.